people, moving away from flag independence to real independence. Independence must be felt around your family, within your family, in your life, in your pocket, in your bank account, at the school that your child is going. That is where independence is. We want to reconnect with the ideals and the values of the liberation struggle. So Mr. Shamiza is there, carrying the great dream of Joshua Nkomo, carrying the dream of great Lookout Masuku, carrying the dream of great I'm coming here as a humble young man, but I know that I'm carrying an ancient dream of Nabali's story. The dream that was surpassed by Jason Ziapa Pamoya. That is the dream I carry. And that dream is a good dream for people of Zimbabwe. It was a dream of happiness, a dream of joy. And I know that you may not want to give us a chance, but give us a chance to change this country. You will not be disappointed. And I can tell you that people in Zambia, we are your best chance. This is your best deal since 1980. To remind you of what we have desired and what we want. We represent government for everyone. We represent a leadership for everyone. Of course, we know we'll encounter obstacles and challenges. But no weapon fighting against us shall prosper. This is why we've been strength against all odds. I saw my brother Douglas is pulled out of the race. It's a tough game. Yes, we agree with him. There are challenges, there are problems. But the best way to win is not to quit. The best way to win is to fight until victory. Yeah. And we have said to the people of Zimbabwe, count on us to fight unto victory. We'll fight them in the courts, we'll fight them in the streets, we'll fight them in the ballot box, we'll fight them at the ballot. And we know that ultimately our God is going to stand. Unless we are ready, we have programs, we have projects to transform our country and move it in a different direction. The time is now. Change is upon us. Change is coming. Look at the time. The time is now. It's time for everyone. This is the time. This year, we are going to make it. I can tell you, our opponents know it. That's why.
Powerful messages there. I think ZANU-PF are doing it deliberately, cutting waves.
That's why they're responding, saying.
They are very good at jamming the waves so that we don't get to hear the message being transmitted.
Yeah, yes. I agree that the internet will be throttled at the venue, and we just hope that the bits and pieces that we are hearing are actually going to inspire someone.
It is 5 colors, and I'm going to go into those colors in a summary. I'm not going to the entire book. You get your copy. Those of you who came here, you must get your copy. Of course, the document is going to be distributed to all examiners. But we want you to understand that there are 5 fundamental colors that are underpinning our new Great Zimbabwe blueprint, which is our plan for a new red country. Number 1 is the issue of restoration. We are emphasizing that as a philosophical guideline, we have to make sure that we recalibrate, re-energize, reposition, rediscover, and revive our country. But to revive our country for greatness, we must be able to look at what we have lost and that which we have to restore. Number one, we have to restore faith in God and worship our God. I know some of you may differ. Yes, we will not do away with freedom of worship, but we as a people must together know that we worship our God. We honor our God. We love our God. So we have to restore faith and worship. If you have to be great in anything, the reason why this nation has not made significant gains is because those who are in authority are worshiping darkness. We must worship light. God is the source of life. We must follow light and not follow darkness. Number two, we must restore confidence and trust in God. People must learn to trust and believe in their God. How do they trust government? Government must be trustable. You can't be trusted if you are not trustable. Government wants to be loved, but they're not loved. To be lovable, you must love the citizen. We want a government that loves the citizen. When we make errors and correct errors, when we make mistakes, we must come and apologize. When there's no water, we must apologize. When there's no electricity, we must apologize. Not to come and say, no, that's no cancer. We want to restore trust in that. What collapses before a currency collapses is trust in leadership. When people trust in leadership, that's why in the United States of America they say in God we trust. Because everything is about trust. When people trust their government, they are prepared to use it in tissue as paper money because they trust their government. And that tissue will be a strong currency. But when people have no trust in a government, the currency will be what it is today. It will actually get in Oramba because there's no trust in government. We want to restore trust and confidence in leadership, in MPs, in the councillors. Councillors must also behave in a manner that restores that trust. Not to go into council, you start looting stands, you don't go back to residents, you don't report back to the citizens. That trust must be restored. One of our key issues we must restore is to restore the trust and confidence in government. We need to restore the trust in the rights and freedoms of the citizen. You must be free to demonstrate. And when you demonstrate, you must not end up in prison. When you demonstrate, you must not be like Mtwaka, MRP. They're not banned back for simply demonstrating. You must not be like Job Sikala, representing a mere child of Zimbabwe. Blessing Ali. He is in prison. We must restore fundamental rights and freedoms. This is the president who is going to give us. We need to restore dignity and hope. Zimbabweans have ceased and stopped hoping. If you want to see the evidence of our lack of hope, go to the passport office. Every day, there are people who are thinking of leaving their own country. As we speak, 6 million, 5 million people and above are in the diaspora. It tells you that hope has been lost. But look, we are looking at a symbol of hope. Trust us, vote for us, then we restore the hope. You'll be hopeful like that. We will be able to give you that hope that you wake up every morning and say, it's going to be a great day. Right now in Zimbabwe, when you wake up every day, it's going to be a worse off day. Even government never disappoints. Every day there's a new law. They disappoint in terms of doing better. They will never fail you in terms of worsening things. When you do that, they fail even more. They will always bring a new law. We need to restore a new hope and a new dignity. The rule of law. We need the restoration of the rule of law. Nobody must be terrorized by government. The government must not be a bully. The government must be a keeper. The government must be a protector, not a violator. Right now, the government is a chief violator. We need to restore a government so that it's a chief protector of your rights. When there is no protection of your rights, there's no sanity, there's no security. We need the restoration of discipline. There's too much anarchy. But anarchy starts at the top. When the president is an anarchist, the whole nation is full of anarchy. When the president is full of disorder, there is no order across the whole country. May you trust this president for order, for discipline, and for the rule of law. The restoration of institutions, big ideas, and not big men. We don't want a nation where we're big men. I've said to colleagues, don't praise me. You can cheer me on, but don't praise me. Because this is what brought Mugabe. This is what brought Mnangagwa. We can't have a country where we celebrate an individual. There's only one God. All of us are human. All of us are human beings. Let's be all under God and respect that we need to restore the integrity of each and every individual. No one is above others. The work ethic. Zimbabweans have stopped working because there's no merit in working. There's no profit in working. We want to restore that work ethic. People must work. Under our government, we're not going to close industry at 4 o'clock. There are going to be shifts. 8 to 4, one shift. 4 to midnight, another shift. Midnight to morning, another shift. That way we create jobs. That way we are not sleeping. The world is waiting for us. Let's work and produce. Let's make products. Let's not sleep. Under this government, you are not going to sleep. Of course, we are going to respect the Sabbath. You need to rest. You need to take a rest one day. But all the other days, let's be on our way. Let's work. Let's work. Restoration of fair rewards for hard working for sweat. We must eat what we kill. We must end and honestly, people must not actually need back. I'm a citizen. That is what we are going to do. You trust this president? Restoration of fair rewards. Fair rewards. Restoration of standards and ethics. Right now, there are no standards. We need standards on infrastructure, standards on government, standards on even the representatives of leadership. Restoration. I'm still on the restoration canon. It's just what we need to restore. So you trust this president, we'll be able, together with the citizen government, restore ourselves in sanctity and dignity as a people. Number 2 is the reconstruction canon. Now on reconstruction, what are we going to reconstruct? We have to develop an infrastructure master plan. Everything is fallen and collapsed. We need to bring back infrastructure. I call them lines of civilization. Lines of power, lines of electricity. Lines of communication, lines of water, lines of housing, lines of ablution. We need these lines of civilization in the rural areas, in the urban areas. We need to make sure that we don't have holes in the urban area. It's a sign and a symbol of collapse and failure. Holes must not be solar powered systems. They have been constructed over there so that people have piped water. Those are a sign of a government that is retarded. It's an analog government. You need a digital government. Let's go for the digital government. For just being employees, we must create wealth. One of our key strategic objectives in a new government is to create Malaysia on account of a battalion of entrepreneurs. We want to raise and buy, blooming flowers of entrepreneurs. Look at Stav Masiwa. Where is he? Out of the country. Why is he out of the country? This country could not accommodate him. Why? Because we don't accommodate ingenuity. We don't accommodate entrepreneurial skills. We don't accommodate creative thinking. This government is going to produce more entrepreneurs. If you want more Stav Masiwa, try this government. The citizen government. Number 4 is the transformation coming. And more important than the modernization coming, we want to modernize state institutions, our sectors, our services, our systems, all need modernization. So our first 3 years will be modernized. We don't want just to modernize the president. We want to modernize the president. Beyond modernizing an individual, and I'm saying, please, let's modernize the president so that the president is not archaic. The president is not analog. The president is digital. Let's modernize the president so that leadership is not just about the one who is occupying the position. We want to devolve responsibilities. We want to decentralize. That's why we've said devolution is our new revolution. Under the citizen government, we want to make sure that the government of Matabele and Bulawayo is equally the government of Mashonaland. Of course, we will do away with tribal connotations in terms of our taxonomy and classification of our regions. Number 4 is the transformation country. We want transformation around the culture of doing business, the culture of government. We don't want a president who comes to tell you what he's going to do. The president must ask you what you want him to do. Citizen first. Citizen at the center. A culture that puts the citizen at the center. Structure, infrastructure, strategy, and models must be reformed. Number 5, this is the last one, is the reconciliation coming. Do you know that we are a country, but we are not a nation? When you are a country and not a nation, you will have people divided and being divided on party lines, on tribal lines, on racial lines. But when you are a nation, you have one vision, one common nation, and you are able to be one people. May we be one people again. Right now we are divided. You go to soccer, people are divided. Of course, we must support different teams. There's only one team that has to be supported, Islanders. And that's
Okay, we are struggling. We are back.
list of the 5 major points of our 5-point plan. The 5-point plan. In your best Republican scholars, which are the philosophical activity, but there's 5 critical points that we are going to focus on. Number 1 is the issue of ethics in your education. Point plan number 2 is building a transformation. Our states making Zimbabwe great in the winning nation. Here's the point plan. Point plan number 2 is governing and building a transformative consensus state. Our state is going to be bringing people together. That's why we are saying we are for everyone. We are for everyone. We are also going to build an entrepreneurial and productive economy, a shared inclusive economy for everyone. That's our point plan number 3. Number 4 is social justice and social services for everyone. Number 5 is nation. Building. We must emphasize on building a nation. Now, our nation is built on the basis of citizen rights. A bundle of privilege. Do you know that you must have what you call privilege? When you are in America, you get a green card if you're an American. Why? Because there are privileges associated with being an American. In this country, there must be something special about being a Zimbabwean. And by being a Zimbabwean, it's not about skin color. It's about the content of it. Zimbabwean in your heart. Are you a Zimbabwean in your mind? White, black, brown, young. For the new great Zimbabweans we are saying. I'm not going into the details, such a long book, but for all of you, you are waiting. Let's go back to the Commonwealth. Let's go back to be a happy and a civilized member of the United Nations. Let's go back into multilateralism. I saw my brother Mnangagwa when he went to Russia. He was saying, I support President Putin. We don't support a side. We support the side of peace. We are going to build multilateralism as a way of resolving disputes across the whole world. We'll invest in peace. We'll invest in supporting those who support peace. We will not take a side, especially if it's a side of aggression. Making Zimbabwe back into the family of nations. But to be able to do that, we must also be able to tick all the boxes on human rights, on good government, on respecting our own citizens, on making sure that we are a God-loving, God-honoring nation. We honor our God by not killing each other. God, you don't hate another. You know that diversity is a gift from God. We are all diverse because God created us diverse. In fact, I would say God is the greatest artist. You will never find an artist who is able to create people so in billions, but so different. Let's celebrate the diversity of our great artists. We don't end there. We want to make Zimbabwe a winning nation in agriculture. Zimbabwe is made in agriculture. We want to restore agriculture in Zimbabwe, but to be able to do that, we must restore title deeds. There is no majority rule without majority title deeds. Title deeds are not going to be a marker. Independence is about title deeds. Without title deeds, you are not independent. We want every citizen to have a title deed of where they are. But to be able to do that, we have to make sure that agriculture is booming and agriculture is back on its feet. Farming technology, precision agriculture, not digauji, not command agriculture, not this kind of agriculture that Nigeria is preaching, not presidential input. Smith did very well for producing and making, not to be a consuming country. We want to know that this is made in flour. You know, we have the Madura made in flour. We have the nicest beef made in we need to make sure that they've done very, very well. We need to be a model country around governance and leadership. Zimbabwe must be known for good governance. Not what we are right now. Whenever people talk about stolen election, Zimbabwe. When people talk about a divided country, Zimbabwe. When people talk about political violence, Zimbabwe. We must, when people talk about a model of good governance, multiracialism, unity in diversity, Zimbabwe. We need to restore our country as a model country for good governance and democracy. It must be glorious for you to actually be shown your way out. Because, you know, staying there is laborious. It's glorious out there. But someone thinks that once they're president, they must not leave. They must remain there. Please, citizens, try and trust this president. You will live when you have said it's time out. Zimbabwe must be known for best business and good investment. No investor will lose their investment in this country. Proper price will be guaranteed and secure, thus making Zimbabwe a tourism destination. That's item number 1, which is to make Zimbabwe great. To make Zimbabwe to make Zimbabwe one people, one nation, one vision. So our plan is very clear in terms of that point 1. One nation, one vision. Double. The US dollar must be 1:2, with the Zimbabwean dollar having been short. But we're not going to go there yet. We'll start by making sure that we start resuscitate our economy. We'll use the US dollar as a currency of choice. Money is the basket of currency into business. That's item number 2. But within the economy, we are also emphasizing the issue of dealing with debt. The national debt is standing at about 18 billion. I've said we are going to repay our debt. That is a very strong statement. We have to repay our debt, but the debt has to be renegotiated so that we have the terms of that repayment. We have resources. Look at the illicit financial flows. Almost, you look at 1.8 billion, 1.2 in gold, 1.2 billion, 600 million, almost another mineral. Deal with the issue of paying your debt. So this is how we are going to deal with our debt. We will have to renegotiate with those creditors so that we're able to pay our debt. We need to be a country that is not surviving on debts. We have resources. There's no need for us to borrow beyond our capacity. We have resources, 6 minerals. We need to deal with that. That is on the economy. Dealing with the economy. We have to deal with entrepreneurship and the rewarding entrepreneurship. And also under this, we are remembering the rural area. We have introduced what we call Matura, which is the modernization agenda for the transformation and urbanization of rural areas. Matura is a program to make sure that rural areas are built back into stadium of productivity. Smith created what are called reserves because they were reserved for labor. We need to move from the reserved mindset so that we are able to unleash the potential of our people in the rural areas. So the Matura program is going to be dealing with that. We'll have a tractor per village as a program to make sure that we move from ox-drawn, plowing into modern plowing. A tractor per village is possible. Look at Zanzibar. They've got over 2,500 cars. A hospital. $2,500 cars. Stop buying those cars. Give a tractor per village. A hospital. Matura. Let's have a hospital per district. World-class hospital. In people, in Laos. People are sick here in Laos, not in Iran. That is part of our devolution agenda, but also part of making sure that under Matura program, every village must be modernized as hospital. We have about $57, $58 rural district councils. Let's have a hospital per district. And of course, we can have other referral hospitals in Bulawayo, in the major capital. But we need
Yeah, it seems like the network.
honorable rise people in Kwazan. How many of you have boarded a plane? None. Of all the people in Kwazan, none. Yet in other countries, people use these planes as combis. That is where we want to take our country. Let's dream again. Let's hope again. Let's make a strong economy. Let's be a people again. Matura is a massive transformational program for the rural areas. We want to uplift our rural areas and bring them to study. Bring back the issue of beneficiation and value addition. Under our government, no lithium is going to go out of this country unprocessed. Under our government, no gold is going to be reported on our Jazeera. There's not going to be anything. We want to see our government. We will see first the infrastructure. Once we get right infrastructure, everything then forms. We need to get our infrastructure started. Bullet train, spaghetti road. These are doable things. These are doable. But try us. Do you trust this president? a metro system here in Ulawan. You must know that in 15 minutes there's going to be a metro that is going to come. In the next country where there's disorder, you don't know whether you are going or you are coming. I am touching the president. Yes, this is a new government, a citizen's government. The Internet of Things, blockchain. We are going to introduce the fourth industrial revolution. We are going to do it. You know, we did it in the inclusive government. Dr. Cooper, you know how we did with Mugabe. It was a difficult proposition, but we excelled. What more of a government where the leader is clear on where we are going? Within.
So there you have it. It is still ongoing, but the network is a challenge. And I think we just have the president referring to Dr. Coupe there, talking about what they did in the inclusive government. And we also had the Matura program, which is a program about urbanizing rural areas, shifting from the reserve mentality, getting into unleashing the potential of people in the rural areas. And I think this is something which is quite important for us, not the ruralization of urban areas, which is happening under ZANU-PF. So those are some of the points that the president is actually making.
We will turn this country great, and that is.
Yeah, so the network is really acting up, but I'm sure it will resume soon.
It's a matter of days, it's a matter of hours. Because it starts with the right signal. The signals of leadership, the signals of love, the signals of confidence. That is what is. You can fault me, and I have many mistakes and many weaknesses as a leader. But genuineness is not one of the deficits. I'm genuine about saving this country. I'm genuine about making a difference. That's on the economy. You see many other things on the economy. We have not exhausted the things. The Sovereign Wealth Fund, the issues we are doing on mining, on education, how we are going to turn small enterprises, make them more profitable. Government must be for the producing with grace and with merit, on merit. So yes, on governance, our vision is to build a 21st century modern, transformational, and responsible state that is capable, accountable, responsive, and respectful to the citizen. But how are we going to do it? Number one, we are going to have a national vision that is shared by all the people. So once we become government, and I'm not saying if, when we become government, we are coming back to you in the first 6 months to have a nationwide consultation on a shared national vision. We have a vision, but it's a party vision. We need a vision that involves all the Zimbabweans, including those in the country. We need a shared vision. And we need a vision sharing and a visioning program. At least we cannot share a journey, but let's share the destination. Let's share where we are going. Right now, we are not sharing a destination. Zambia thinks that the problem is sanctions. We genuinely believe that sanctions are essential. The problem is leadership. Once we tick the boxes of leadership, sanctions will go away. The next morning, I'm going to lift my phone and say, Mr. Biden, we've done the deal. Let's fix the country. Let's do business. Investors from America will come here because we've done our bit of the bargain. We are able to have a leadership deficit resolution. That is what must be done to resolve issues. But it starts with vision sharing. We need to share the vision. Where do we want to take our country? What is the journey? You know, President Beg once said, a vision not shared by a community is not a vision. Equally, a dream that has not been shared by a community is not a dream. So we need to share a dream so that we are able to work together. We need to have a new constitution. As far as we are concerned, the document that is there is a good document, but it's not the best document. We need a people, citizen-driven constitution that reflects all our diversity.
So the network again, but I think we heard there that we need a vision that is shared by the entire nation, and the first 6 months are actually going to be reserved for nationwide consultation, which is quite something important. To me, it shows that the president wants to continue the people-centered approach, where the vision has to come from the people, and he's.
That one was a compromise document by the.
Okay, to be back shortly. So the vision has to come from the people, which is quite good. And prior, he even said that as a leader, I might have my own weaknesses, but being genuine is not one of them. So the president says he genuinely wants to save Zimbabwe. And these are some of the things about our president, who really is a humble person. As Senator Court had said in his introduction, someone with a vision. He said we have a vision, but we need a vision that even includes people from other political parties like ZANU-PF. So powerful words coming from the president there. And we hope sooner than later the broadcast will be able to continue.
A people, citizen-driven constitution that reflects all our tenders that are in government.
Okay, so
Don't want people in Harare to come and take tenders in Ulawa. People in Ulawa.
okay, so you can the network, and unfortunately we apologize that we are struggling with the network, but now it was now about tenders in the spirit of devolution. I think you heard that during the Triple C government, tenders in Bulawayo
must also benefit from the tenders of government services and government contracts here in Ulawa. This people there, people from Harare, they come and occupy tenders. You trust this president? We're also going to build a digital government, electronic everything. That's what the life system is. Please do not lose the essence of what I'm saying. I want you to understand that we have to digitize our systems. From the beginning up to the end. When a child is born, we must collect the record. When they get 18, there's no need for people to queue to register as voters. You are automatically registered. Electronic.
So now the president was talking about the e-government. When you are born, or when a child is born, they should already be in the system.
Enjoy your life. Okay, that is where we are going. That is where we must be going. Not this thing, oh, my name is not in the law. all my name has been removed. That's backward. Do you trust this president? We need to invest in modernizing system. Social security number. When you are born, you already have a social security number activated when you then attain the legal age of majority. Driver's license, everything on the curriculum. Nobody is daft. You are just differentially gifted. And that must be understood. That being an intellectual giant does not mean that you are a social giant. Others are giants elsewhere, where you are not a giant. But our education must speak to those peculiarities. And that also begins with a digital government. Do you trust this government? Yes. On the issue of museums and monuments, we must preserve our heritage as a country to make sure that we make our history, our sports, our music, our arts a source of any income. You know, there is this group here, very powerful. They've done very well internationally. You know, Kimbo us and Alvin Yaks. He has done well very internationally. But we don't even celebrate him here. We think we are seeing a rat when we're looking at an elephant. He's a giant, but we must be able to elevate him, create opportunities for him. He's not the only one. There's Contanas, Amagos, and Ias. We must be able to build Ias to that level. That requires a government that is able to leverage on the competencies of our people. It starts with the government. That is the government we are promising. Do you trust this government? But in parliament, we are not going to end there. We are going to revolutionize parliament. Immediately.
So the signal is gone again, but I think we were hearing how it was important, or it will be important for the CCC government to look at the arts. Several artists were talked about, Iyasa Amakosi, Kondimhlanga, Albert Nyati, and that they are not rats, but they are giants. But during under ZANU-PF, everyone is being made to look like, or most of the people are made to look like kitchen mouse. Even with a great talent, it's very hard to prosper.
For parliamentary debate. Yeah. So that you see what is debated in parliament is in the chamber. So that people are brought closer to government, closer to lawmaking, closer to decision making. We will be able, in this government, to say, we are going to introduce the right of recall. If you are a member of parliament, you are a councillor. If you don't perform, we look at the number of people who voted for you. If 2/3 write a petition, either to the speaker or to the relevant chamber, to say our representative is a missing person, who allow them to recall it and allow them to choose a new representative.
So non-performing members of parliament, a right of recall by 2/3 majority, not the recalls of Douglas Monsora, which were so the right of recall is something that is being proposed, but by a 2/3 majority from your constituency. That's the message we are getting from the president there.
We are also going to introduce a new system, a public barometer for all of the opposition in parliament. And I said,
So we heard that introduce a barometer, a public barometer will be used. It's something like where people are giving their opinions or ideas, or they are measuring their representatives, something like that. So it's something, unfortunately, we apologize for the network that keeps jamming, but really important points that are being shared here by the president.
To the people, but also want the official opposition leader to be invited officially to all the national functions. Not this business of saying national functions are reduced to a party affair. One of the things that we are going to promise you as a new government is to separate state from party. What is called, for political science, autocracy, state party conflation. We are not going to allow state party conflation. When we are in government, government is the common denominator. Your political party is a numerator. We don't want numerators in government. We want the denominator. We are all one people. ZANU-PF, you come. CCC, you come. But if you have a party card, that's not your access to government service. Access to government service is because you are a citizen. Access to government service is because you deserve, either on the basis of age, on the basis of disability, on the basis of certain of the marginalization that you've suffered in the past. So we want to equalize. We want a government for everyone. That is our humble submission in the government that we are proposing. Of course, you will read for yourself. We are going to review the Central Intelligence Services. There's not going to be a police force. There's no force. It's a police service. There's no defense force. It's a defense service. There's no CIO, Central Intelligence Organization. There's a
So here we were hearing about the security sector reform, where there will be no police force, but police service, where there is no defense forces, but defense services, something like that, which is like a service government. So yeah, here we are, and we are really learning a lot. Let's continue to hear. The network is really acting up, but it's not mine, because you can still hear me. It is Blawayo. It is that throttling of internet that happens when we have major events, so that few people can actually benefit from the messages that will be coming.
Looking at you as, spying on you. They will spy on economic opportunities. What was done in Japan? Turn your Central Intelligence into economic spies to make sure that you are competent and you are globally competitive as a government. So CIO, leave this thing of pursuing Chamisa. Pursue opportunities. So that we are everyone. Engineers, we want you to retire peacefully and to be happy in retirement. Even members of parliament who have said, or councillor, when you have retired, you should be called alderman, but retired alderman. So that there is dignity for you. You are not embarrassing. We take the responsibility from you. David Coulter, the service member of parliament, he must continue to be retired, honorable David Coulter. Unless if you steal people's money, we will take the responsibility. I don't suspect that we can do this. Honor in retirement. Even for service. You look at people who are in the army. When they retire, there's nothing. People in the civil service, when they retire, there's nothing. There's nothing to show for it. We want retirement and honor in retirement. And arm of service approach. That's number 3. Number 4, social services, I conclude. social services, the next important issue is education. And on education, we are going to work on the critical issue of revamping the curriculum. I've said to people, the color program has to go. Let's review the curriculum and have a look at what the people are happy about. We will come and ask you as experts, as parents, what do you want to see in the curriculum of the children? So that our education is founded on very strong pillars that will make the country move in industrialization, productivity, and success. Do you agree with that program? Yes. Do you agree with that program? Yes. Social services will also make sure that we deal with the issue of health. Because on
Okay, so whilst our signal is gone, just to reiterate some of the points, the CIO should stop pursuing Chamisa and other opposition leaders and to start pursuing opportunities. Instead of spying on the people, they need to spy for economic opportunities. They need to become economic spies. It's part of security sector reform there. You also heard about education reform. There is some program called COLOR.
On primary education, we've already indicated grade 1 to 7. Let us have universal free primary education. We are also doing away with exam fees by the way. There's no need for people, parents to pay exam fees. As in South Africa, no need for exam fees. We need to make sure that at least we come in to do what has to be done for our parents and we give them dignity. From 1 to 6, you have to come in and deal with the issues. We also have special programs for women. We have divorce laws, marriage laws. We are going to deal with the issue of women care, but we don't also forget men. Men are also weak in certain areas. They must be taken care
of. You heard it for yourself there. The issue of healthcare, and after that, the issue of gender, where the president is saying we need to take care of women, but also men struggle in certain areas, and they need to be taken care of. And I think these are really powerful and important points. The issue of exam fee, I think almost everyone on this space, especially the younger generation, paid the exam fees. It was one of the things that was difficult to come up with. So the future generations won't have to worry about exam fees. So you just go and sit, you study, go sit for exam. Primary education, grade 1 to 7, free. Then after that, the CCC government will look into Form 1 to 6, and things will continue to improve. And these are some of the points that we are hearing from the change champion in chief. Really groundbreaking vision.
just take away the woman. You will see that they are not very strong. Persons with disability, they need special care. One of the things we are going to do as government under the social services is to make it mandatory for all public buildings to have mechanisms that cater for persons' service. You know, it must be the most prestigious thing to work for government. In fact, those who work for government are going to be the most and highly remunerated. So that
Okay, so persons with disabilities, every government building or every public building to be accessible to persons with disabilities. This is very important. All the people with
we take competence away from private sector.
Okay, our network is really shaky, but persons with disabilities there. Then also the issue that the government employees will be among some of the highly remunerated individuals.
Of course, on the social services, we are also going to make sure that we honor our heroes. But our heroes are not going to be politicians only. Heroes are going to be all. We are going to have an independent body to confer hero status on the basis of non-guidelines and set guidelines. It doesn't matter your ZAP or your triple C, you are a sponsor. If you qualify, you will be very, very angry with the situation. And I'm going to deliberation stuff. Cassie Coven, she's our minister now. But she's done very well for our country. She has put us on the world map. Let's give her the honors. I may not agree with her politically, but I think we must everybody honor each other in terms of the honors we have. Celebrating our heroes, celebrating our heroines in their life, and rolling out programs for our communities to celebrate our heroes. People in the rural areas are our heroes. They fought for the liberation.
Okay, so here we are hearing about the conferment of hero status, and it won't be a reserve for politicians only, but anyone who has done something great. An example was given, a sports person, Kirsty Coventry, who has got a different political persuasion, but who has done a lot by winning a lot of medals in the Olympics. And such people, the president is saying, they need to be conferred with, or they need to be honored with hero status.
Infrastructure. That's why we have matured to celebrate. The health insurance care, there's going to be lesser health care, at least for the primary health care. But for others, of course, we have to also pay. But we must have health insurance for every citizen, like in other countries. Citizen health care is coming. Last but not least is the issue of nation building. We need India. We are a nation in turmoil. When you are a citizen, you must not be removed from your ancestral lands because we have, identified or discovered the resource there. You have rights. You can't be moved away. That is what I was saying about land rights. You have to be asked for permission by government. Chilonga is a case in point. Jindi is a case in point. Kisumba is a case in point. People should not be chased away from their rural areas on account of economic development.
Yeah, there you have it. The issue of displacement of people from their ancestral lands. And it's even worse, especially for people in the diaspora, who you can go home and you find out you no longer have a rural area there under ZANU-PF. But under the CCC government, the president is promising something different. And we hope our network will be back soon. But what a profound speech we are having. The president said he's about to conclude, so we hope that he'll be concluding soon. But yeah, and fortunately, the booklet itself is going to be available. All those on the venue are going to get it, and I'm sure very soon we'll also be able to access the electronic copy from everywhere in the world.
That's part of the citizen rights. National pride must be restored. Not to say being a political party is patriotism. We'll repeal all obnoxious pieces of legislation. All these things. And people love their country because they know that the country is lovable. We are going to have a lovable country because of what the country is doing for them. That is what we must correct. We can't be receiving from the UK or from the United States. We can actually donate to them and donate to others. Because we have resources. We have gold resources, platinum, we have lithium, 60 minerals. And we're not going to exploit all of them, only 5. The rest we preserve for future generations. That is where we are taking this country. Do you trust this government? Government. Your rights. Not putting Maramba Chino. All those things. We are not going to be purchasing TSMO to come and disturb your peace. If you run rioters, we convince you to see the disadvantages of a riotous situation. Not to force you. This thing of force and using force against citizens is a thing of the past. This is our offer to you, President.
So the president is just
And not only are we going to do that, we are also going to show you, as you see in our document, we have things that we are going to do in the first 100 days. Let me have a copy.
So in addition to the New Zimbabwe blueprint, which is just finished, there is another document that is about to be handed, which is a document about what a Triple C government will be doing in the first 100 days. And let's hope the network comes back so that we also get to hear that part directly from the president. So this is now the 100-day plan. And the nice thing about the first 100 days is that it's about 3 months, 10 days. So we are talking about September, October, and November, and the remaining 7 days in August. So those are the 100 days. So between the election and the end of October, because we have 31 August and we have got 31 October, something like that. So it's something until something towards the 1st of December. So by the 1st of December, we hope the 100-day plan will be done. So that's what the president is about to talk about. But whilst we are waiting for the network, I think we've heard a lot of things that people should not be dispossessed of their land for the purposes of economic development. We've heard about education, how the exam fees will be scrapped. We've heard about security sector reform, how, okay, so the copy seems to be taking time to come. Okay, the copy has come now.
This is our document. That spells out an alternative government for everyone. Number 5, a stakeholder turnaround program to make sure that we consult you on the vision making process and the time. Number 6, free the airways so that we don't just have ZPC as the only TV. We want to have higher television stations. Yes, we have a state broadcaster, but let us also have public broadcasters. And there must be many. Number 7, we'll reintroduce executive mayors to make sure that there's accountability, there's also devolution, so that you're able to run.
Okay, so after by the 1st of December, we should be able to be changing channels in Zimbabwe, not just ZBC. Freedom, freeing the airwaves is something that is quite important. The issue of executive mayors, where the mayor can actually take decisions, not ceremonial mayors like now, where everything is controlled by the local government and the mayor doesn't do anything. because they don't have power to implement the decisions, no matter how good they are, just because they are opposition. So, yeah, that's the president's speech. And when the network is back, we don't know what new nuggets we are going to get, but definitely we are going to get some nuggets. I heard there earlier the issue of agriculture, that instead of Digaufe, which is the Fumvudza one, that's the one called Digaufe, by those who practice it. There should be a tractor in every village, and he says the resources are there because ZANU-PF is buying cars, 2,500 cars, either for campaigns, to donate. So the resources are there, and the president is saying, instead of buying chiefs and parliamentarians cars, let's just go and buy a tractor for a village. Everyone benefits. The cattle also rest. We understand that the people in the rural areas are suffering, but when plowing happens, even the animals themselves, they suffer.
That is where people have nice cars. In government, people must have decent cars to do the work to serve the people. Not this business of the government just going, extending the shoulders of the road. Oh, look at what we have done. You have done nothing. We haven't started. Drug cartels. We are going to immediately crack down on drug mafia and drug cartels so that we save our young ones who are being subjected to the law on that. And of course, there's going to be the cessation of victimization on the basis of politics. And those who have been fired from government, civil service, army, police, who will deal situation, first by first, so that you serve your country patriotically without fear or favor. That will do for both Ebonites and those who are in the resettled farm. New farmers, you must have title deeds. Of course, we will not have multiple farm ownership, but we will allow those who are on the farm to have title to those farms. Within the first 100 years, we have started nationalizing, of course, it's a continuous program. Massive infrastructure rehabilitation and a master plan of infrastructure. We will fix our broken politics by looking at political violence in this past. We will restore Zimbabwe's family of nation, the debt resolution, the issue of fair prices to farmers. We want our farmers to have fair prices for their crops, tobacco, cotton. Business must come back to agriculture. Right now, agriculture is not a business. We must not have agriculture destroy this business. Last but not least, we will repeal all oppressive legislation. You know them, we will repeal. There's no need for us to debate on them. I want to thank you for your patience. May God bless you. Remain seated as I say to this. Give them the books now. We want the books now for everyone as we lift our books. Saying, welcome to a citizen republic. Welcome to a new great Zimbabwe for everyone. Please. Thank you so much. I'm sure you like this new program. Do you agree with the blueprint? Sorry, police. Attention. Please, let us be present. I see especially the councillors there. Let us be ordered. Let's start from this side.
So the speech appears to have ended, and now books are being shared.
Today, you go and check those who are not going to get the document. Go and check the document. Sorry. Those who are distributing, stop it.
Okay, everyone is eager to get a copy, but the president has stopped the distributing. I'm sure the message he wants to send is like those who are not going to get the document, you can get it. It's likely going to be on our Telegram channel.
Fellow citizens, I know you.
Okay, the network is acting up, but the document, I think those who have been following the movement for some time, you know that there's a Telegram channel that is there. We encourage you to follow it.
Hunger for this document. It's your hunger for the news. It's appreciated. You get it. Those of you who have come, you get the online. Our website is functional. Yes, join our website. I said no distribution. I said no distribution. Let's focus so that we have attention. You get your copy at the appropriate time so that is focused.
Okay, we did get that, but it seems as if the president was talking about a website, and we will see in the course of the program. We will have all the information and communicate to all of you.
May we all be seated as the manifestos are being distributed. The program is not just over. May we all be seated.
And I can see Mambo Jose, you are here. If you can also start contacting Honorable Joanna to start coming back, if possible, even for a few minutes to come and greet the people, that would be good.
Let's send that Ella O study the leader to give us closing remarks.
Now we're waiting for closing remarks from Stavi and Lido.
Ladies and gentlemen, please, there is enough manifestos for everyone.
So if we are lucky, we might be able to hear closing remarks. But this time, let me give to Dr. Ranga. Are you there?
I'm here, Dr. Ziko. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. What's your take whilst you are waiting?
Tinoziziva kuti makabisikidza mwana wenyu tizvakagara muchikakuva dzose kuti munenge dzamuye pakati pedu kuti afambe nechioma chedu mukati menyika chekunamata varomasimba wose vakunda pakati pesarudzo zvakawanda zvingaitwa navanhu asi hazvibudirire kana vari kuri pakati pedu tinokutenda mweya mutsvene zvatinozvichionekwa tinotuka mweya wese wemhirizhonga uregedze kuoneka kubva zviro zvichienda mberi zimbabwe iuye nekukunda nekubudirira pakutenda mwana wamasimba wose muchengetedze mumwe nemumwe pakati pedu uye nekuramba vakachengeta mwana wedu adhokeshamisa wamakazodza nechekare kuti vatungamirire nyika ive zimbabwe tinokutenda mweya mutsvene madekwana nemukudzwe kuti makatendeka tifambai nesu patakubva pano isodzinzikuva nesu muzita mambo jesu amen.
Amen. So that was the closing prayer. There, you have heard it for yourself. The New Zimbabwe, a Great New Zimbabwe Blueprint has been launched. Stay with us, and now we will try to be in touch with Honorable Joanna so that she can come and greet you, and we can continue with the program. So, Dr. Ranga, you were speaking. Over to you.
Thank you, Dr. Shiko. This is what we have been waiting for. This was a Tange Tagamirira, where it's finally here, a new Great Zimbabwe Blueprint. I'm sure everyone heard for themselves. I think this gives us, momentum. It gives us a sail, it gives us the wind, the push to the finish line, because there is something for everyone in the plan, whether you are a student, whether you're a farmer, whether you are a professor, what's going to happen in universities, whether you are in the security services sector, like the president was talking about, whether you are whatever role you play in Zimbabwe.
I think we lost Dr. Ranga there.
Yes, you can come in, Kuma Washington, whilst we are waiting for him, and make your own comments. And everyone, this is the time you request the mic, and we continue the discussion. Thank you. Over to you, my brother.
I think that, like what Dr. Ranga said, this is one of the moments we have been waiting for. Remember, we are the only party that has launched a manifesto, a blueprint, which basically tells people what your party is going to do once they get into office. We've got our brother Mnangagwa, who has not been able to produce any manifesto, and it's a sign of failure, in my view. But I think we also need to know that this is a crocodile. He really will try his best to make sure he wins this election. This is for us the last chance that we have to really push so hard that we leave no stone unturned. We communicate with our families at home. We make sure they go and vote the right candidates. And those in areas where violence is going to be rife, they need to play the mango strategy so that they remain as if there's an PF, and yet they know come the time or date to go and vote, they go and vote. So it's not as if this is a secret, it's something that is known. And to those PF people who are here on the space, you heard our president has launched the manifesto for our party, which was said to have no structures, but it was able to field candidates all over. So I think that is a sign of strength, and that is a sign also to show that, if you think you are clever, there are other people who are smarter, you try and close all the loopholes. They will go and open their loopholes. Mugwazo was running there, like my sister Cecilia was talking about. People going to do mugwazos and educating people in the rural constituency. We had some people were actually turning because they didn't know what was going on with the new yellow movement, and now they are aware. So we just hope that we continue spreading the wings, that this yellow movement continues to grow. And by the time that we get to the elections, everyone is behind the movement. I'm so excited. I'm really excited. So let me not take much of our other speakers' time on here. Let me just say the link which is right at the top there for our fundraiser. Let's visit that link and let's make some donations so that we can get people who are on the ground to go out there and do their work. At least if we resource them, they're able to put fuel in their cars, they're able to print posters that can then be given to people to read and know which candidate there is to go and vote for. So, ladies and gentlemen, there is nothing that is very little. Every little helps. So, if you've got a $5, which is the minimum, please let's go ahead and put our $5. If you've got 10, 20, 30, this is the time. Let's not wait until a time where we say, wow, we've lost with one or two candidates. Things that you could have done here to help so that we can maximize the support that we need in those rural constituencies. I think if we do that, we would have finished my sports. We will be preparing to also going home, those who are in diaspora. So let's continue the fight. And yeah, over to you there. Dr. Ranga, I think you dropped earlier.
My brother Washington, network yangu irikuita unge yekubulawayo, network yamtuli. You don't use Wi-Fi yamtuli.
But you keep coming back. That's what we want. Let's get it going. I think that network has dropped again. We had our brother champion there. I think he hasn't spoken. Brother champion, you can take over the mic and fire up.
Oh, thank you. Change radio. Thank you, brother Washington. Ndisati ndataura zvakawanda wanda.
Tuli varikubulawayo, don't use it. It's not reliable. There's a lot going on there. But anyway, use it for what you need, but just know it's not reliable. I would say, my brother Washington, hey, look, guys, we have been waiting for this for a long time. Havana plan, havana strategy, havana chini. We do have a strategy. We have a plan for the whole country to extricate our country from the mess that has been defined our country since 1980. We are going to have a fresh start. And the president said, for those in ZANU-PF, this is your best chance, your best opportunity. And he is absolutely right. So a new great Zimbabwe will work for everyone. Mapurisa, masoja, ma-CIO, ma-teacher, machiremba, Sister Noki, isusu madoctor vanga vari kutaurwa nhasi. This new great Zimbabwe plan will work for everybody. We have a clear plan, even for the 100-day plan. What things can be immediately done. Zvisingade any extra legislation, zvisingade a lot of other things like freeing up the airwaves and things like that, opening up the democratic space. Those are things that should automatically follow. Those are 23 August. So, pane mutakunanza, but you cannot have freedom musina a functioning economy, musina a functioning healthcare delivery system, musina a functional infrastructure that will work for everybody. Vamwe isusu takwegura kuno kuAmerica, you could literally drive blind because kune mota dzaakuzvidriva, right? So we are just saying, guys, this is it. And for those who have been waiting, because some have doubted, are these people capable of governing? Can they run a country? You can clearly see. ZANU-PF yakakuudza yekuti let our works speak for themselves. And you know what those works are. Vari kukuisira marapis achibudiswa muprison, vari kuita kuti tisava ne-functional currency, kune gold mafia, kune all this nonsense. So anyway, I'm saying that to say this is the most exciting news, and I will tell you, every Zimbabwean citizen, even those vanga vakagara pama-sidelines, vanga vari pama-fence, this is the defining moment. We are all going to participate. We are all going to share with the guys. Let's get Mkomana in so that zvinhu zvitifambire tese wherever we are in the world. Vari kudiaspora, vari mumakungwa, vari kumadesert, vari munjuzu, wherever you are as a Zimbabwean citizen, this is a moment of pride. Remember, tainzi tiri pati isina tatorerwa zvese, tatorerwa maheadquarter. We lost. They thought we lost everything, but guess what? We have won the hearts and minds of every Zimbabwean citizen. And for the next 2 weeks, our primary goal is to get every citizen registered to go and vote. Because if that citizen shows up to vote, they are likely going to vote for us. Blawayo, tangatatorerwa 12 MP seats. Guess what? We have them back. All those 12, they are coming in our column. So for us to finish the work that we started, let's do everything we can. Like my brother Washington was saying, let's donate, let's contribute, and let's do it today. Because look, guys, apasi sina nguwa. I know when we say that, sometimes people will say, we have been working at this for the last 5 years. And guess what? The world has noticed that my Zimbabwean citizens were determined. Let's finish that work so that the world will know when you have tenacity. Since 2018, some of us have been in the trenches. If you are not online, Murima keyboard warriors, you have been doing Mgwazo. You've been out there. So we have been doing a lot of work. Let's finish in style. Let's finish strong. And to finish strong, we need more resources. ZANU PF can spend 300 million US dollars, $1 billion, but guess what? That's not going to buy them votes. Vanu, salt and other things. That's not going to buy them those votes. We need our troops on the ground to be capacitated to be able to get it done. But I need in the towers, my brother Washington. I'm glad that the network has allowed me to speak for a second. So I'm going that is I'm there. Saka 2000 how far are we? Because we need to finish this so that Shamba, Mount Darwin, we know it's already covered. Where are we, Dr. Shiko?
We haven't moved much from the 867. We received about $35 more. So we are almost at 900.
Dr. Shiko, I'm disappointed with all of us, guys. Because Mamurunzwa president vari kutaura, and I know some people will say, ndakangobatiraka $5 aga. Listen, guys, I'm saying let's empty those pockets. You'll be fine 2 weeks from now. The doctor is saying if you miss a meal tonight, you are going to be fine. Vaya vanogadzirwa musoro vanoda maya, mukaona haircut yangu you laugh. But tombotomisa zvema-special haircuts toisa mari iyoyo so that vanhu vekushamba vekumount Darwin, these are the moments that make everyone stand up and notice. And we show that by fundraising drive iri massive. This is the beginning. I know on Thursday tiri kutanga marathons musi wa10, but let's start today. Let's today be a moment. And ngatisatora 30 minutes kuita raise this money. I know, guys, I'm saying that, but really seriously, if this does not say to all of us, let me do something differently, nothing is gonna move between now and election day. Because Zatopera, we have a charge. Let's implement. Saka inini Dr. Ziko, I'm going to do another 100. And I challenge everyone here. I know you have already contributed a lot already. But before we even hear, I know Cecilia is here. I don't know if Honorable Momombe is coming back. But let's do something now. Let's get it done. Let's finish. Let's not wait for tomorrow. Because tomorrow, guess what? Tinenge takutotaura kuti tapinda. and you want to be part of that story. So thank you guys. You've been doing a lot of great work. But I'm saying, look, guys, I'd said Dashkapa 1,000. No. If you can't do it, send it to your neighbor. The one you don't like, send them the link. Send them the donation link. Send them the Twitter space. Moi senda kuma WhatsApp, kuma Telegram, kuma Instagram, wherever you can get the money. And the chief will say, listen, we talk about this all the time. The doc yesterday was accused kuti vari kuti vanhu endai munoita pure for money. I did not originate that idea. But let's finish what we started. Thank you guys. Saka ini ndaonesa 100 yangu kana mukasandiona panapa. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Mambo Soso, you have been mentioned. If your name is mentioned, we give you the mic to defend yourself or to comment.
Dr. Zico, can you see a handle by the name Oliver Kapepa? Because he's one of the coordinators, and he has been here with us since we started. But for some reason, he can't request the mic. But he's here right now. So if you can give him the mic, I think that would be great, while you're waiting for Honorable Mamombe. But it's a big disappointment that we expect Honorable Mamombe to come back to leave whatever she's doing. And we have failed. Guys, we never fail. No, we are CCC diaspora. We are Zimbabweans. We are the citizens. We don't fail when we set targets, especially simple targets like $1,000. What is $1,000? Come on, guys. Let's just do the best that we can. Are we not fired up by the president's speech? Are we not fired up that we are the only party right now that has a manifesto? It's if you just take to the flip side, we are excited, we are fired up, we are all happy because of what we just heard and what was happening in Bulawayo. On the other side, people right now, as we are speaking, everything that the president does, everything that CCC does, it's getting into ZANU-PF's nerves. They are feeling it, and they know that they are going to lose this election. It's all out there. When they see our rallies, when they see President Chamisa doing 2, 3, 4 rallies in one day, and Emerson Mnangagwa, can barely do 2 rallies in 3 days. They see that. The writing is on the wall. Why are we not seeing that? Why are we not smelling victory ourselves? ZANU-PF is smelling defeat right now as we are speaking. Why can't we smell the success that is there, the victory that is there? I know it's painful to take money out of your pocket, money that you have worked so hard for. I know, but I'm telling you, victory, the victory that is there, it's sweeter than the pain that you have right now, taking that $20, that last $50, that $100 that you have. Let's do this, guys. We cannot let ZANU-PF off. This election is there for us to lose. Otherwise, we've already won this election. We just need to finish off ZANU-PF. Because I know 10, 15 years down the line, all of us will be meeting somewhere, whether we are still in the diaspora, if we let off ZANU-PF, and we'll be saying that was our best time. 2023 was our best time. We will look back and say that. And it's not anything big that is going to deliver us to the finishing line. It's these seemingly small things. These are $5, $10, $15, $20, what Dr. Jaji was saying. That's what gets us over the finishing line. The efforts, the collective efforts of the citizens. It's powerful. We don't need to have $2 million. But if all the citizens that are here can just say, right now, I'm sacrificing my $10, it will make a lot of difference. We are over 100 people here. If we just say $10 each, we already have $1,000. I know it's easier said than done, but that's how it is supposed to be. We had
Chief, internet breaking news.
Oh, good. Well done. you can take over.
So I think now we are above the 1,000 because I made it 150 instead of $100.
Well done,
Because
Dr. Anga.
guys, we need to do this. I mean, I know I hear your plea, but let's transition that into action, which means Tese, whatever you can donate right now, do it today. It will be a miracle. You just realize that Doshkapa 2,000 vanonorara mahonorables edu ari kuZimbabwe honorara vamwe toenda kunext vamwe vane masmall house voenda kumasmall house and things like that. But no breaking news and I'm ruled out our chief, and I'm just saying that we're above 1,000 now. We need to raise another 1,000 in the next. Come on, guys, in like 49 minutes at most, and we can do it. Anyway, chief, those are nine ruled out. Go with there.
Dr. Ziko, have you found Dr. Kapepa yet? He is dying to speak.
Yes, so Dr. Kapepa, the most popular doctor in Marsh Central, if not in Zimbabwe. Change Radio, Triple C Diaspora, Citizen and the co-hosts, kindly give him the mic. Dr. Kapepa, one of the reasons why you might be failing to request the mic is because you are using a computer instead of your phone. If you are using a computer, you won't be able to request the mic. So kindly go on your phone. You can leave the space, go on your phone, then come and join us. Another thing, our champion Cecilia is here. And she was, those parts of the speech that we were not hearing because of the network. Champion Cecilia actually had everything, and she's able to give us a short summary of what the blueprint is about and what she had. Some of the information that we lost because of network. She was there in person, and she is here as one of the speakers. The only thing that is preventing us from hearing what she is going to share with us is us not doing our part much faster. The earlier we do it, the earlier we hear from champion Cecilia. And we know that champion Cecilia and champion Joanna are actually friends. So you might be shocked that behind the hand of champion Cecilia, if we negotiate properly, even champion Joanna might actually be coming out behind that same handle. So my plea is very simple. Let's do more, and let's see how far we can go. I'm going to give champion this time. Let's give time to champion and sister Noki, the two of them. We are giving you 7 minutes to try and help us. Give people fines. Look for earlier crimes that were committed or anything. But at the end of the 7 minutes, we need to hear that we have had 200 more, 300 more, something like that. Sister Noki, champion, over to you.
All right, thank you so much. Ndoziva kuti Dr. Ranga vanga vachida kutaura nyaya dzamagirlfriends kudiluta speech yapresident. Saka I think there is something there. Then kuna vamwe vanhu vamapa mamaiki vakasatora mamaiki. Vanhu ivavo varovei nemafines. I think chimborikolai vanhu vamapa mamaiki vamava muchidaidzira panapa. Pana vanhu vamadaidzira brother Zviko. Saka ndokumbirawo kuti vanhu ivavo muvape mafines kana muchivaziva. Ndomirira ipapo ndomboteerera kunzwa kuna Andinoki there. Thank you.
Thank you, brother champion. Inini, my fine is going to Dr. Ranga. Dr. Ranga vauya panapa vakataura sukanzi president vataura nezvemadoctors and what have you. Inini, I didn't hear that. I heard the president saying everyone must support Highlanders Boso. That I heard. Because
Sister
Highlanders is on
Noki,
top. Saka
he
Dr.
said that.
Ranga, $100 fine. Ndo kunanga
Sister
fine
Noki
yangu.
Msambodaro, inini ndanzwa vataura nyaya yeboso, but I also heard him say clearly, guys, because when he talks about what do you have, anenge achireva isusu machiremba kuti nhai aumana kushanda kwese kwamunoita uku, what are you being paid?
But he
Why
didn't
are
mention
you
doctors by name.
maintaining the status quo which is not serving you well? So when he says that, whatever he says, Isusu Machiremba, we hear it very loudly and clearly. With varutaura about Isusu Vasina, ma $250 a month erenaya woman. Anyway, ndaakumbomira ipapo sister Noki, imimi mune fine yenyu ye$30 because right now tanzwa kuna president hatisati tanzwa kuna umhloniswa nyaya yamaifanira kugadzirisa, so that is still on your head, sister Noki.
Aiwa, yamhlonitshwa is a story for another day. Tiri kutaura nezvemanifesto nhasi. Imimi macreator mawords anga asipo. Mati the president Chamisa vati madhokotera. He never mentioned the word dhokotera.
Imi sister Noki, listen sister Noki, isitiri kungoda chibhanzi. Ndaona my Dr. Diamond, muri kuona zvatiri kuitwa panapa Dr. Diamond, seriously.
I've got
When
the manifesto in front of me and ndisikuona pakanzi dhokotera panapa.
maona transcript here, manzwa vari kutaura nehealthcare. He talked about healthcare. I think we all heard it.
Healthcare zvireve kuti dhokotera, it means a lot of things under health, from zvipatara, mishonga,
Okay,
mapharmacy and everything else.
I hear you, Sister Noki. Look, I understand. Isusu machiremba tayaura tatambura mZimbabwe. So whenever we hear stuff like this, we hear ourselves. And we don't get to talk about it a lot because munhu wese anoexpecta kuti hazviri kukufambirai, but isusu tiri kuyaurawo like everybody else. But nyaya yangu iri pa1, Sister Noki, chibhanzi. If we take more than 49 minutes tatataura kuti tiraise $1,000 tobva taclose a space, I think as Zimbabwean citizens, hatisati tava hungry enough for change. I'm not saying we haven't done a lot already. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm actually saying is, listen, guys, whatever we have done, kana tanga tava 100%, we need to get to 130%. That is the only way we can change our country, because the other side, havasi kurara, kana vari kurara vakapfeka bhutsu, because they really don't want to give up. So for us to get that final push, it means we need to get, all of us, we need to get uncomfortable. I know Dr. Ranga vakatanga kutaura nyaya.
Sorry, Dr. Ranga. 7 minutes was allocated to Champion and Andinoki. Zvino maakutorobwa nechipanera because imimi maakuba nguva dzedu. Saka
Maunza mari here Champion. Chibhanzi
Another
bhanzi
100 to make it 200.
Mukandiradza mari, I'll shut up. So mamune 7 minutes, I'm sure you're back to give us my updates.
Dr. Zico, I just sent the link to the honorable, so she'll be coming in anytime. But is Dr. Zico here?
Yes, Chief, I'm listening to you intently.
Okay, yeah, please, you better listen intently, because I think there's some kind of sabotage here. Is it about my central or what? Because yesterday, Dr. Zico, there were 15 people at a space from Berengwa, and you managed to raise $600. Today, we have 250 people here, and you are failing to raise $1,000. Could she get about 2,000? Doc. Are you sabotaging my central?
Achieve muruta racho muruti pamari. Tuze Maria murutipa. Shumba nyamziwa muruti pamari.
Then I'll put mine. Dr. Wesarpano, just take the mic and let us know how much you're putting in. Honorable is coming right now. She can't speak before we get to 1.5.
Mazimai, Mbuya Vavi, please. Ingoita Eza Munokwanisa. I know you guys have been working a lot and we comment that. But ingati kurumidze itipedze panapa so that we move to the next thing. This kunoku ku America, when a speech like this is given, whether ndwana Trump or wana Biden, ma grassroots movement avo vanoraise mari isingambobviri. And isusu as Zimbabwean citizens, we need to show that when our president speaks, it means something. When he lays out a plan for the whole country, it means something. But this is what we are trying to do. I know, Dr. Ranga, we are badgering and we are coming in, we are rude, we are everything. My brother Muzi, this is what this is all about. Ngati gadziri say, ningima diasporans raise $2,000 in 30 minutes. President wabva kupa a new Great Zimbabwe plan. That's what we want. And I know all of us, that's what we want. So that's why I'm saying, this is your day to start, because starting Thursday, raise among thousands of dollars. So if we are not responding to such a moving speech, what are we going to respond to? What's gonna make us say to people, reach out to, hey guys, something is going on here, come and contribute? What is it going to take? So
Champion, I don't know, can you hear Dr. Ranga?
Vanenge vanyeruka ava avabvi kwamanyerukira.
Network yavo.
All right. Sorry, Antinoki. Inda ndine plan. Munoziva kuti chika. We have to come up with a way, and this way, depa pagadziriswa apa panana co-host apa paiswa umwe munhu apa anoita. I think zvaigona kuchinja something. Ipapa pama-co-host apa ndoona sondo pane nyaya. Ma-co-host yedu
Vapei fine mkoma champion, vapei fine ma-co-host.
Ma-co-host ndiri kuda kumapa fine. Host ndomupa fine. Do you know the reason why? Host haangati zveshuwa Zimbabwe ine vakadzi vakawanda kudarika varume. Host obva ati nga kuvarume chete. Ma-co-host yoita varume chete. Saka host unofanira kutipa $20 to pay this fine and make sure that munogadzirisa a co-host position. Poiswa mwe munhu wechikadzi papapa. Then tofambira mberi totsvaga next thing. Thank you.
Host ndini munhu wechikadzi, asi ndiri kutotadza kana kutaura, saka vandofanira kutobhadharisa fine ndimi. Nekuti chinguri ndabvirira ndichida kutaura, chinguri ndabvirira ndichida kutaura, ndichiti kana ndikada kutaura munhu wopindira otaura, kuti ndiite interrupt zvisingaite. Saka ndiripo pano host, tatiripo futi nezero pari kunzi naChief Shoshe, tatiri 115 tikareze nearly $600. Handifungi kuti issue yemahost na-co-host inini.
Champion wanyura nhasi. Champion nhasi munotipa mari chete.
Mutotipa mari.
Makamboona zvinoitika panyika. Iwo ukavhunzwa zita kuti unonzani, iwoyo wafuti wovhunza zita kuti newe unonzani ka. Hatina kwatoenda. Tinoita ngofanana nevaya vokuseri vaya vegold mafia vaya. Saka isusu ngatironge KB jana. Ndati host gadzirisai nyaya yekuti kuve nama-co-host maviri echirume. Iyo yenyaya hatingatauri women empowerment ka. Pasina women ari kulead apo. Haidzodzo nyaya tingataura zvedu, mungandipa fine mungaita sei. Ndingazama kutsvaga nzira, but tangai magadzirisa nyaya yekuti ma-host ngapave ne-host wechikadzi apo. Toda kuita empower women.
Ndiripo wani, hamusi kuzvinzwa here, asi ndiri kusaundwa kunge murume.
Aiwa, co-host. co-host. Handina kutaura zvahost, ndati host. Chigamba chenyu ndechokuti ma-co-host maisa varume vaviri. Ndapedza nyaya yangu.
Gainibhoisa 10 yekuti champion anyarare.
Sister Patricia.
Champion.
Let's
asi ma-co-host anga aripo kavo sisinoki vamwe ndo vanga vachiacta kunge co-host. That's how I read it today.
exactly.
Vanga vasina havo kunzi co-host but vanga vachitori co-host.
Alright,
Exactly, Sister
ndadzoka
Patricia.
futi guys. Ndadzoka futi ina handidzvanyirirwi. Handitika mukataura kuti ndinganga ari co-host asina chikwangwani kana kuti asina chidhindo chokuti aise stamp yokuti ndini co-host, hapana zvomune maita. Saka ndiri kudzoka ndaakutoya nemwe fine. Vanga vachibvumira kuti host vari right vachisapota host. Ndokumbira kuti mundipe ma2020 izvozvi. Hatisi motumira Andinoki. Hatisi kuda zvokuti tinetsane kana. Handiye vakomana.
Mbuya vavi.
Mkoma champion, I'll put 20 in support of what you're saying. The guy 20. My speakers are saying guys 2020.
Haini ndiri kukanda yangu chief. Mbuya vavi ndavaona maswera sei.
Inini ndasumudza ruoko zvikanzi mbuya vavi. Ndakunzwawo mambusvosve vakuti yowe tokutaranga yowe handizi kuti vana mbuya vavi vangani pano ndiudzei. Ndasumudza ruoko ndikadaidziwa imi makutanga kuti yowe. Saka ndichaziva
havafainise mbuya vavi.
Okay, chinzwai handina nyaya dzakawanda. Ini ndaisako 50. Vanhu vandi-interrupta vaviri vavo motondimecha.
Tinotenda.
Motondimecha, mukasandimecha ndoramba ndichingotaura. Ndoda kunzwa kuti mabvuma kuti muda kundimecha. Ndoramba ndichingowawata.
Chief maparabosa inini chamecha chief gadzirisai wherever you can get the money.
Matoshinga kuripisa chief.
Ini manje izvo zvenyembedzeni tozotaura. Inini ndakanangana nezvaitika.
Aiwa, you know we are good, don't worry. 50, but my speakers are saying so my 2020. Everyone are my speakers except our champions. Guys at 2020. Dr. Rangapio my 20 my speakers. Dr. again, Dr. Kapepa is now up there. Can I die some 2020 edu in daisa 50 yangu Dr. Kapepa umbotawa.
Dr. Rangamati kudine 50 yangu yokundimecha. Ndo zvavanoita unonzwa vakuti hanzi ndadona. Chichi ndo zvavanoita ya.
Dr.
Wadona Dr. Rangawati.
Ndo zvavanoita. It's either vanonyarara vozonzi hanzi ndadona mbeno zvavanoita. Hamuna kutaura nyaya yeFO ndakuudzai. Inini hama dzangu ka panapa ka ndakuda.
Host, why am I dropping every time I have to make a pledge? Zirufamba sei.
Regadza tivhunze technical world room kuti zvirufamba sei.
Don't worry. Ndiri kukumecha hiyo 50. But chief vati varuda ma20 from everybody, every speaker. Dr. Ziko madonedza here. My brother Oliver. Mimi brother champion vari kunetsa vanhu panapa. Citizen Hande. Sister Noki, we are not forgetting you. Brother Washington, muri host yenyu.
Excuse me, I'm not a speaker. I'm a co-host.
Hakuna zvakadaro Sister Noki. Besides Chibans.
That rule doesn't apply to me.
Oh.
Ndakutotsvaga lawyer vangu vauye pano.
Can I just make a shout out to one of my favorite brothers, my brother Smartez? I haven't heard your voice in a long time. Hello, wherever you are, just know that your brother misses your voice. Ndozvandandiri kuda kungotaura chete.
Ndingataura hangu ndichibva panapa. Host, manzwa zvandataura ka mozonditumira maV11 ini ndakurara.
Ewe zvakanaka aimbuya V.
Ndapedza nemi. Antinoki, how are you?
I'm good, Mia V.
I'm
Hope
happy
you're
to
okay
see
too.
you. Champion Cecilia, I hope you good. Mambo, ndofanira kuti kumhorosai zvakanaka chero ndamboita zvandaita I'm sorry. Asi zvandataurawo ndangoitaurawo zvangu. Hama dzangu neshamwari muri mese. Taonana mukoma womuntu. Taonana indoda kurara. Nezuro
Mbuya V.
ndakanonoka kuuya kunhingirikiri ndakazotadza pane zvandakaitwa kubasa ndakanonoka kudzoka saka I have to go to sleep. Guys, ndapedza nemi. Good night.
Good night.
Good
Ndafara
night.
Good night.
ndateerera blueprint saka no tiri pakanaka. Inini ndatoziva kuti pensheni yangu iriko kumachembere zviri kufamba. Okay, bye bye guys. Pamangwana.
Bye.
Dr. Zvigo, can you allow Mwene Wazho special to just say a few words? She just wants to thank the people that have donated so far. The rest are going to be thanked by the Honorable when she comes before she leaves, because she has been here with us for the past 2-3 hours. And we want to appreciate her. Thank you so much. Please just say whatever you want to say, your last words. We appreciate you for just being here all this time with us.
Thank you very much. Ndazonzwa vamwe vachiti there was a time network dropped when I was narrating the Mgwazo journey from last year when I was appointed to be the cluster leader there. But I hope you caught up with the strategies and what we were doing and how hopeful I am since I was on the ground. You know, an accountable leader always tells the truth, not what people want to hear. I always sit down and tell my friends that Mount Aaron is going to shock you. Not because I went there and became a miracle, but I know that God is in it too. It's like he whispered to his sons and daughters, but something was just going smoothly. It wasn't that difficult. The diaspora have always been the backbone of this party, supporting financially, supporting with the ground forces, and I want to appreciate you. I want to continue praying for you, for taking your, everyone has their problems, everyone has their families and priorities. You have prioritized the people's movement to the extent that you have taken a lot of out of your pockets. And I really, really appreciate that. You taught us a lot of lessons that even if you're not where the things are happening, you can always play a part. You can always play a part to change your life. And you have done that because you know Zimbabwe is warm. I would like to really, really thank you for your support. And I'll always come here when you call me to be accountable to the money that you have raised so that it gets to the candidates, be it the material that they need. But I'm really overwhelmed by your support in everything that has happened to the people who are contributing to the struggle.